Very good morning, students. Welcome back to RV online classes. Today I am handling your 4th standard social studies and your 9th chapter, that is Soils of India. So in the previous session we have already learned what you mean by soil. Soil is nothing but the uppermost layer of the earth. The earth is surrounded by so many layers. The uppermost layer is called soil, and the topmost soil is usually dark in richer, which will be helpful in growing various types of crops. So then how the soil has been made? So the soil is made with the dead and decayed remains of the plants as well as animals. So we were already discussing about the soil formation. So in a previous class we have started the soil formation. So soil takes so many years to form. It may be millions of years. So how does it form? The larger rocks are getting broken down with the help of wind and water. So with the time what happens, those small pieces again broke down into much more smaller pieces. But this time they are forming as sand, silt as well as different types of soil. So the process, so all this soil formation process, it takes millions of years together to form. So we know that soil is very much important for the growth of plants, trees, and it is also useful for getting crops. So for all this, we need soil as a essential thing, and it is a renewable natural resource, even renewable natural resource, but it takes much more years to form. So soil differs from place to place, but all types of soil are composed to particles of clay, sand, and silt in varying quantities. So see here what happens. The soil from place to place it differs. The color of the soil and the contents of the soil it may differ from place to place. In different places you find different kinds of soils there. Some of the soil it may include clay, some of the soil it may include sand, and it also may include the silt. Silt, I told you know what do you mean by silt. Silt is nothing but the mixture of a sand as well as mud together is called as silt. So in a different quantities, there may be less sand, there may be much clay, and there may be less silt. So like this, as the soil varies from place to place, the quantity also varies from place to place. So the nature of soil depends on the rocks, materials from the which it is formed. Some types of soil are fertile, while others are not, depending on the location of a region. So the soil in areas have that plenty water supply are very fertile. So when the soil is fertile, crops grow well. So see here, sometimes the nature of the soil, how the nature of the soil depended. Nature of the soil is dependent on the region of the place. What kind of region it is, whether it is a fertile land, whether it is a peninsula, and whether it is a table land. I hope you remember no all type of land forms I have explained. Whether it is a mountain, there will be different kind of soil. So the nature of the sand usually depends upon the region, as well as it also depends upon the rocks which it got broken from. What the contents of the rock will be. The nature of the soil depends upon, so it depends upon rocks, so from which it got broken and it formed from, and other materials, other materials other materials in the sense the remains of plants and animals also help in the formation of soil, no? Yes. And as well as there are some types of soil. There are so many types of soil are there. Some are fertile and while some are not fertile. So if there is a much more water quantity there in soil, means what happens, the soil will be very much fertile. The fertile soil will help in growing the crops well. So when the soil is fertile, crops grow well. In places where the soil is not fertile, farmers use manure or fertilizer to make the soil more fertile. So I told you, no, the soil may vary from place to place. So in one place it may be fertile land, and in another place it may be not fertile. The crops grow well in the fertile land, and the crops may not grow in the non-fertile land. But we should grow the crop, no, if there is a fertile land or not fertile land. So in case of there is no fertile land, what the farmers people will do? Yes, they use manure as well as fertilizers to grow the crops. Manure means, so see here, the meaning of the manure, animal waste. It is a animal waste which acts as an organic fertilizer without harming the soil. Without harming soil. Yes. Manure is nothing but a animal waste which acts as a organic material or a organic fertilizer which will help the growing of the crops without harming the soil. Whereas the chemical fertilizers may differ. So there are two types of fertilizers. It is organic fertilizer and the chemical fertilizer. The farmers use both kind of fertilizers. What happens if they use organic fertilizers like this manure? Manure is a organic fertilizer, no, which are made by natural things or a waste material from the animals. So they are organic. With the help of these organic fertilizers, the soil of the particular place or the field, they do not get harmed. Whereas if we use chemical fertilizers, means what happens after 2 years, 3 years, there will be the land will be empty. So we can't grow even single grass there because all the quantity and all the goodness in the soil has been spoiled by these chemical fertilizers. The chemical will get mixed with all the soil, hence we can't use that soil for growing any kind of crops. Hence we should use always the manure like organic fertilizers. So with the help of these organic fertilizers, if there is a non-fertile land, the farmers will make it as a fertile land by using these things to make the crops grow. Then there are so many types of soil are there. So let us learn about them. Types of soil. So there are different types of soil. Some may rich, some are not rich, but there are different types of soil present in our country. So look at the map and find out which part in India is rich and which type of soil it is. So in your page number 62, there is a picture of India and the soils. So it is a map which shows you about this is a kind of thematic map. You get to learn in your next classes the type of the maps which help you to read about these kind of things. So this is telling about the soils of India. The map is displaying about the kinds of or different types of soils present here. So they have margined with a different color here. So the first color they have mentioned, that is the violet color. So it is showing the black lava soil. Lava means, I hope you remember, while explaining the keywords, I told you the lava means it is a molten rock which is present inside of the volcano. So in this area where there is a violet color, it contains black lava soil. It is a kind of soil, and there is a mountain color. So usually you call it as a coffee color. Yes, that is the mountain soil, and there is a green color that is alluvial soil, and then yellow color that resembles desert soil, as well as the orange color or a pale orange color that is laterite soil. Then there is a red color, it resembles the red soil. So throughout the India, all the states, what kind of soils they are having, they have mentioned here. After seeing this, all the colors, you may go through the maps, then you'll get to know in which state, which kind of soil they have. These are the some of types of soil you can find here in our country. First, what is that? Black lava soil, mountain soil. The types of soil, these are types of soil. Mountain soil, alluvial soil, desert soil, and then laterite soil. Then comes the red soil. Then comes the red soil. These are the types of the soil you can observe here in our country. Yes, the soil that is formed by the deposition of a silt and the sand brought down by the rivers is known as alluvial soil. Mainly, first we are going to discuss about the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil, it means it is a kind of the soil that formed, that is formed by the deposition of silt and sand, brought down by rivers So the alluvial soil is nothing but the river may carry this silt and sand, no, that will go and reach to some other place after carried away with the river. So that the soil is called as alluvial soil. In your page number 63, you can find the picture here. This is a picture of alluvial soil. In that picture, you can observe there are different colors for that soil. So there are 4 different colors the alluvial soil contains. So this type of soil is found in the plenty and the northern and the coastal plains of India. Almost the coastal plains as well as the the northern states of India contains the alluvial type of soil. So these deposits are very fertile, soft and rich in minerals. So all these deposits of the alluvial soil which are carried by different kinds of river where they go and reach to the northern states as well as coastal plains where you can find them, they are very fertile. No need to use any kind of organic fertilizers or the other chemical fertilizers because the soil is already very much fertile and rich in kind of minerals which will be helpful for growing all types of crops. Yes. So then alluvial soil is good for growing crops because it is a fertile soil, no? Hence it is very good for growing the crops like rice. The kind of crops you can grow here: rice, wheat, tobacco, maize, sugarcane, oil seeds, pulses, and jute. These are some of the crops which can be grown in this alluvial soil because they are rich in minerals as well as it has a fertile soil in it, and it also helpful for growing the fruits and vegetables which are suitable for that particular state where you can find the alluvial soil. So all these things you can find the rice, wheat, tobacco, maize and sugarcane, oil seeds and pulses and jute can be grown in this alluvial soil very easily. So I hope you understood about the types of the soil as well as the meaning of alluvial soil and how it helps for growing, what all it contains. So in the next class we are going to learn some more types of soil like a black lava soil and red soil, so that we are going to learn in your next class, students. I hope you understood today's class. We'll continue with the next class. Thank you.